Shutting people out is not a form of forgiveness. Shutting people out is shutting people out. Forgiving them is forgiving them. Somebody does something to you and you shut them out. You leave room for the energy to resurface either with them or through another person. Because you hold it. Because you hold it. Even if they did it. If you hold the energy, you're going to get more of it. Because you're containing it. And you attract what you are. More subconsciously than you think you do. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right. Because it sits and it festers and it becomes a part of your aura. And then it becomes a cycle. And what do cycles do, guys? Cycles repeat themselves. Cycles do just what the bike does. It does that. So, cycles are only going to do what they know how to do. Which is just complete its circle. What you do is you determine what's being rolled around in that circle. That's the part that you're responsible for. You have to make sure that whatever it is that you're cycling is for your benefit, for your well-being, worth your time, worth your effort, your spiritual, mental, physical, emotional growth. All of that has to mean enough for you to make sure that you are cycling the right cycle. So, in a nutshell, you're either going to be cycling some bullshit or you're either going to reconstruct and have productive cycles. Cycles that produce more things, that produce more things, and produce more things. Like, if you're going to be on the hamster wheel, make the shit work. Is all I'm saying. You've been through the shit enough times. You'll do it. And whether your shit or the shit that you go through has to do with, you dealing with the opposite person or you dealing with your own jank-ass decisions, you have to learn how to forgive yourself for making certain mistakes or making certain choices that you thought would be beneficial to you at the time. You probably did it because you thought it would be beneficial to you at the time. Instinctively, humans always choose things that they think will be beneficial for them at the time. They don't think about the full circle. They think about the full circle when they fuck the rotation up. That's what happens. So, bringing it back to what I was saying. Bringing it back to what I was originally saying. Forgiveness is key. And most of the time, you try to figure out how to forgive another person, but sometimes you just need to forgive yourself because something in you allows somebody to come into your space to cause something to happen, to have an effect on you, to show you that something is still there. And if and when that happens, you have to look at you. You're going to look at them. Usually you need something that creates a balance to have somebody to blame. Okay, all of us did the shit. Don't act like you didn't do it. But the responsible role is, what am I doing that's causing this to come back up again? And even if I'm not doing anything, it's coming to make sure that I'm standing my ground. Where am I? You can encounter things that are also pointing to your positive attributes too. Don't just think that this has to do with negativity. Sometimes your desire to become a better person, you may draw in people that have that element, and then you may be trying to resist or remove yourself from previous bad habits. And so it's like being on a battlefield with your higher self and your lower self. And while you're trying to establish this better version of you, you're still fighting all these shadows. You're fighting the shadows because you haven't forgiven yourself. When you're able to stand in front of the shadow and acknowledge it and say what it is, it depletes. It's like getting to the end of a Mario game, seeing, who was it? King Koopa or Cobra? Whatever, I ain't played that game in a long time. And being able to say you beat him, and then watching them disappear. Another thing I must share with the class: forgetting is not forgiving either. And when I say this, I don't mean, because look, sometimes you can heal from something and literally forget. Like it doesn't cause the same pain anymore. Like you're not expecting it because you're not living in the victim side of whatever it was you experienced. When you purposely do some shit and then on the defense, or I should say, jump on the defense instead of taking responsibility of what you did and push everybody's reaction and emotions, including yours, under the rug, it causes disease. It causes sickness. Okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And I don't feel like repeating myself. So you better take me seriously while I have these, what you call them, my buns and glasses, as I snap. Because y'all know what the fuck. I'm going to sleep.